Dear George and Luke.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
I'm a 30-year-old... Let me try that again, dear George and Luke.
I'm a 30-odd robot, right? My name is
Forgetting some of that.
ZTRHO. Anyway.
Right, I'm a 31-year-old virgin
Ooh.
because I'm worried women won't like my penis.
All right. I've helped... All jokes aside, I've helped...
He has.
I've helped men who
He's
have...
helped many
I've helped
penises
men who are...
that needed propping up.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. I mean, I did...
No, he has.
So I've helped men who are virgins who are older than that.
Right.
And they are not anymore.
It
and
happens.
Some of them are in relationships. Some are very complicated because virginity is not a simple thing. Some people hold on to their virginity for very extreme reasons.
They do.
Childhood traumas, somebody who either thinks there's something wrong with their penis or there actually is. Don't start assuming that these are unattractive men. Don't think like, oh my God, what, did no woman ever take interest in you? Or no, right? Oftentimes they've had opportunities, but look, Michael Jackson apparently didn't lose his virginity till he was 27, and I read his biography and I read his autobiography. He didn't talk about that bit; he sort of hid that bit. But there were many cases where he had things like his mother was Jehovah's Witness, and there were other religious people who were basically telling him very scary things. If you lose your virginity, this could be a problem. And he had moments where he would kind of fall for some woman and then he'd be interrupted. Like all the Jacksons would come in, right? He's the younger one. He's like 16.
Well, they're not supposed to have sex until they get... Jehovah's Witness people are not supposed to have sex until they get married.
Sure.
So if he got married at 27...
But let's just throw it out there, because Michael Jackson was one of the most desired men on the planet, even though he was super feminine.
Yeah.
And apparently he didn't have sex till he was 27. So if you are struggling and you think, oh my God, what's wrong with me, blah, blah, keep aware that even some of the most people who women would be like, oh my God, they just leap into bed with him. Even that guy was like, he hadn't experienced it. So don't feel too bad, right? Shit happens. Life happens. Life is hard for everyone. This is just one of the ways it's hard for you. Anyway, So virginity is one problem, but don't let that be the bane of your life.
We're gonna sort it out.
There's hope.
So
there's plenty of women for all of us, and there's at least a dozen for you.
This bit gets quite graphic. So look, I'm sure there's something wrong with it. My penis. It's very veiny, and my foreskin doesn't fold back properly. Shit. What did I just do? On that fucking note, sorry. I just moved the page. So.
Well, first of all, it sounds like it needs a clean, because sometimes it's not folding back properly.
I was going to get to that. I'm so self-conscious about it that I've reached the age of 31 without ever even kissing a woman, let alone having a full sexual relationship with one. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm a decent-looking guy with a nice personality. Women are interested in me. But as soon as I meet someone I like and I think about asking her out, I think about my deformed penis and chicken out. I know that any woman who sees it will either laugh or be repulsed.
No, they won't.
Should I go see a doctor?
Don't assume that they'll laugh, right? Because they're unlikely to laugh. That's a male thing where men often...
Fuck, man, this makes me sad.
This
worries me. This concerns me.
Men often think that women will laugh. They think that women have these default reactions, right? Women are more maternal than that, and they tend to have a certain degree of sympathy, and they also have a certain degree of respect. So if they kind of think this is a man, and if you're confident and you have leadership qualities and you have friends and you're someone who could take her out and take her on a date, and then she finds out that you're living with this handicap, rather than laugh, she's more likely to actually think, oh, whoa, shit, this guy's like, look at all this shit that he's done in his life, and he's confident, and he was carrying this problem. So they're unlikely to laugh. Don't assume that's the case. Now, if it's really as bad as you say it is, then it could be like, oh my God, like a bit of a shock. My first suggestion would be go to a doctor.
Clean the thing, right?
I would even say
go to a doctor.
Might be like inappropriate, but you know, maybe you didn't want to send any pictures, but picture could have been useful here, because there are such a thing as people who think there's something genuinely wrong with their dong.
You'd be surprised
and there
how
isn't.
many people have, how many men think that there's something up with their penis because their penis, and it happens a lot because guess what? Penises are different. And there's no perfect penis, inverted commas, right?
Veiny.
Penises are different.
Not,
a few veins, that's normal, right? Veins on a penis
serious.
are normal.
Yeah, perfectly normal. And also,
That means you've got good blood flow, bruv.
Veins not a big deal. Pulling it back, pulling back the foreskin sounds like it needs a clean.
It needs a good clean, mate.
Get one of them like ear swabs and and start like
clean, bro.
Because if you can't pull it back, right? If you can't pull it back and it's stuck.
Yeah, it means
you've left it for too
much fromage.
Yeah, is and it would hurt you to do it. So get some soap and water and. You know, you're going to need some fairy liquid or something, mate, and start dabbing it and get around it. Now, there are better experts at this than me.
And then once you've done that,
look at a YouTube video.
Go and see a doctor if you need to, and get him to have a look at it and see what, you know, if you need, if there is something else going on.
But here's the other thing, right? So, as Luke said, plenty of women think there is something wrong with their bodies, everything.
When did I say that?
I mean, sorry. He said plenty of men think there's something wrong with their penises. Equally, plenty of women, if not all of them, think that there's something wrong with their bodies too. So we're looking at her like knockers and being like, "Oh, those fucking tits! Oh my god!" It's literally. I was told there was one heaven. Clearly, there are two heavens. I'm staring into both of them. The abyss is real, but it's beautiful. It's not a negative abyss, right? And yet she's thinking, oh my God, he's looking at my boobs. They're so bad. Oh my God, I know. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I could do about it. Like
crazy.
I've tried.
Yeah.
They're insecure, and you're sitting there with your tongue on the floor. So that's how they feel about their bodies too. And the reality is your schlong, right, is not something that exists to be looked at, right? This ain't the pagan sort of era anymore. We're not dancing around giant penises. Even though, bizarrely, there's a giant penis dragon in London's Leicester Square at the moment. Inflatable. Quite strange, but there you go. But anyway...
Who's stolen my giant penis dragon?
It's not something that people look at. And when a woman is with you and she's in bed with you, like, as long as there's nothing wrong with it, right? As long as it's not like you're going to infect the woman or anything, which, if you've never had sex with anyone, chances are, like, slim to none, that everything is fine down there other than maybe the appearance to you, but it's to be felt, okay? Now here's the thing, if it feels good when you touch it and you go, ooh, I feel great, right, then there's no reason, based on everything you've said, that any woman won't feel great when she touches it, because it's going to affect her in a similar way. So if you're with a woman and you take her to bed and the lights are off and you're under the covers, right, and you're holding her and you're looking at her in the eyes and you're face to face and it's intimate and whatever, she's not even looking at your penis at all. At one point, you know, it's going to find its way in. It's going to go into that little wet cave, and all of a sudden it's going to have an explore, and she's going to feel it, but she's not looking at it, right? She's not interested in how it looks. She's interested in your touch and your smell and your caress, and this man can protect me and he's holding me and he feels wonderful, right? That's what she's interested in, not your schlong. Too many men have this constant idea that women are only interested in the penis. They're not. This is often why guys who are like, how come that guy's like, his knob ain't that big, right? And she's okay with that. What's that about? Well, because it's the whole body. She gets the whole body. She gets the whole person. She gets every inch of him to feel and touch and think, oh my God, this is it. We're one. We're combined. Oh, it's fantastic, right? We're a firework exploding. Okay, not literally, but, you know, when they come to orgasm, there's a certain explosion, right? So that's what it is. It's feeling. Don't get so hung up on like the aesthetic of your doodle. So chances are it's probably all fine.
Yeah.
Go get it checked out.
Get it checked out anyway.
Look on some. I mean, you
get it checked out. If you're that concerned and worried that you know it's stopping you from procreating with the ladies, then at least go and see a doctor. Let them.
I've gone to the doctor about things that concern me. I've gone. Wait a second.
Thank God
like
for that.
there's a I had a pile once upon a time. Happens when you sit down, like, you know, eventually I think they're quite normal. But
It's
I
very
felt
common.
something. I was like, "What's this? Oh my god!" And I had to have a doctor look into my sphincter.
Into your sphincter. Did they?
It was very exciting. I was thinking of going again. I was thinking of going at least once every Tuesday and being like, "I think I feel something down there. Would you like to have a look? Put that rubber glove on." No,
Well, you should-
it wasn't. It wasn't my most pleasurable experience. But the thing is it was. I was glad because once it was done,
It was sorted.
yeah, and it was a little bit like, I mean, to be honest, I found it quite funny, right? But there was one point when the doctor looked at it and he said, "Oh, that is quite an interesting part." And then he called in like another doctor. He said, "Oh, have a look at this." And he brought someone else in. And I just started laughing because Tim, he was like, "Oh, yeah." And the other guy goes, "Yeah, it's just a pile." Like I think I got a working doctor like learning and then he brought in. He brought in the other one to clarify. He said, "It's a ball." He said it'll be gone in about a week. Don't worry about it. And
Did they give you some cream?
I don't think so. I think he said something about like I don't know.
You shouldn't strain on the toilet. That's what can happen. It happens though.
I don't strain on the toilet.
No, it happens.
Got to say, like I would tell you the truth if I did. But here's the thing: if you ever find that you're straining on the toilet, there is a method which is just stand arch. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do that.
Well,
right?
that's how I use the look toilet anyway.
There you go. And Bruce Lee, you know, he did it too. There's a bit in a movie with Bruce Lee where the toilet swings open and there he is standing on the toilet in the crouch position and he shuts the door.
It's great because you get a workout. Like basically, my routine when I wake up in the morning, I always go straight to the bathroom and I just squat on the toilet and my legs are already ripped before I've even left the room. It's amazing.
I've never thought of it like exercise, but it's a natural way to have a bowel movement. And, you know, everyone's favourite subject, having a bowel movement.
We all do it.
It's just worth saying, if you have any problems passing, then that's one way to do it. And because of that method, which is the natural method, because, you know, toilets are an invention, and if people were going out in the wilderness,
just the hole.
That's how they would do it. They would crouch. That means that don't really have a problem there. But still, a pile emerged and went, "Oi, what's going on here?" You know, it's thought we would have a look.
Why do they call it a pile? Because it's all piled up. Piles up.
Might be.
It's a bit of a
Piles, yucky. So anyway, I went to the toilet and I've just revealed something kind of embarrassing. I've just told you about something very, very personal. Luke's just told you about something very, very personal.
Have I?
And yeah, he talked about, you know, this is how you sit down in the morning, and this is your routine, and this is the position. And guess what? No one cares. The women don't care. They're like, "Oh, that's interesting. Might try that."
I don't even have a toilet seat, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't even have a toilet.
Who needs
right?
a toilet
Well,
seat?
just go in the sink.
Who invented a toilet? If you're gonna squat on the seat, you don't even need one. Who needs a toilet seat? It's an invention invented by soft, weak people.
I thought you were going to say women. The toilet seat was soft, weak, with the other half.
What?
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, George.
You ever heard of them? The other half of the species.
But you know,
My
you
God,
see
it's
some people, right?
Weak.
They've got toilet seats. They've got like fucking. They've got what? They've got those yellow. They've got like pink ribbons, like a blanket around the you know the.
Yeah, I'd like that. Why
You
not?
would.
But then, to be honest,
how can you keep that clean though?
I wouldn't, because it
doesn't look very hygienic.
No, I don't want to sit on it. But
It's all
anyway,
warm and soft. And I say, you know what, guys, get out there, break your toilet seat off your toilet.
but that's
right?
for women, isn't it? Because women they pee, don't
Well,
they?
that's why women can come in. When a woman comes in, right, if she wants to come into my toilet, right, she can either squat on it, right, or she can put some toilet paper down round it if she feels better, right? Because my toilet seat is pristine clean, okay? There's not a drop of urine on it, and it's completely fresh, completely clean. I keep a very clean house, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what he thinks, but I went in there right before this video started. Anyway, look, listen, mate.
No, but listen, George and Luke, unfiltered. Everybody listen, right? Just on this note, before I forget, to all the men watching, right? On a broader thing, right? Go to see the doctor. If you've got a personal issue that you're a bit embarrassed about, trust me, like he said, right? Like this one here said, right? Doctors have seen it all. You think you're special, you think it's embarrassing, but I guarantee you, the doctors have seen it all. If you've got a problem...
Until they go, he goes, well, I've never seen that before.
If you've got a problem...
Fucking hell, that's veiny, isn't it?
They won't. Go in, see your doctor, right? It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a problem, you know, a physical problem, or perhaps a mental problem, whatever it might be that's worrying you, go and see your doctor. Get the help you need, right? Listen, I'm not saying that doctors have all the answers, but what I am saying is there are too many times where you might have a problem and you don't go see a doctor, and it drags out. I've been in that situation myself. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but I consider myself, I can be, especially when I was younger, I could be a bit too, prideful, and I didn't want to see a doctor about a certain problem. And the longer I left it, the worse the problem got, right? So if you've got a problem, you're better off seeing the doctor, and hopefully you can get it nipped in the bud, so to speak, yeah?
Did you have to get the earbuds out as well? I'll give you one other thing, right?
Give it up.
One other teeny tiny little bit of information on this is, listen, guy, I forget your name, but if you own it, right? Women like confident men, okay? And any man, even if a guy has a perfect penis, even if it is basically like staring right into the sun, it is perfection itself. Life springs forth from it, as it does. Describing all penises, right? It is there as the fountain of life, right? But even if it's like absolutely perfect, if he's nervous and shy about it, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean for it to stand up. I'm really, oh my God, I can't believe it just does these things by itself. I don't want it to, it just does, it's got a life of its own. Right, she's like, oh my God, no, he's insecure, I'm insecure, blah, blah, blah. But then if a guy's like completely confident, like if your thing came out and it's a bit veiny and your vibe is, it's great, I love it, it's fantastic, like it's the best ever. You know, whatever, like just that's your vibe. You completely own it. If she's like, it's veiny, isn't it? Yeah.
Own
more veins.
Yeah.
I wish I had more. Oh my God, I want it to look like bolts of lightning. Like some guys get tattoos on their schlongs, right? To like make them all look cool. Yeah, some guys, they literally get their dongles tattooed, right? If you'd be like, I don't even need that. Mine is like blue lightning. Yeah. It's amazing. That's
like Thor.
Yeah,
Thor's
I've
lightning.
got Thor's penis, right? If you have that attitude, then she'll be like, fucking hell, yeah, I'm with...
I want his penis now.
I'm with Thor's penis. I've got a chance right now to experience
thunder and
Thor's
lightning
penis, right?
It's coming straight at you.
So that is the mindset that you want. You want to own it. You want to be like, this is a great. This is. I mean, at the end of the day,
this is the hammer. This is Thor's hammer.
Exactly.
Thunder and lightning.
Feel it, babe. Grab it with both hands. Right?
Grab that penis.
You're gonna be. It's a chalice.
Hammer it.
It is a chalice of life.
But it ain't poison chalice.
No.
It's a life chalice.
But at the end of the
day,
day,
the elixir of chalices.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, not the beginning.
Get it cleaned.
Get it cleaned. No, maybe the beginning actually.
At the end of the day and the beginning.
And the beginning.
Get it cleaned. Maybe even in the middle of the day. Have a bath. Have a wash. Have a shower. Don't get out for a few hours. Right. Get all wrinkly because it sounds like you need a good wash. But that aside. Maybe. If your penis can do what a penis is supposed to do,
still do its thing,
which isn't be looked at,
no,
right? The penis, what is it there for? It is there for her to feel good when it's inside her,
yes,
and it's there to make a baby.
Oh, yeah.
If it can do those two things and it doesn't infect anyone with anything serious, then it's fine. You've got a perfectly good penis. It's wonderful.
I reckon
it's fantastic. I personally think that, you know, if I had it, I'd have a photograph of it on the mantelpiece and I'd tell everyone, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, I love it. I've never seen anything more beautiful.
You're going to have a photo of
this man's penis. Would be fantastic. If I had it, you'd send it to me.
If it's Thor's hammer,
put it in a golden frame. Because to me, it is just the most beautiful thing in the world. And these women, whoever you end up with, remember, you know, women are not that, I mean, they're shallow, but they're not that shallow.
Not that bad.
So if a woman falls in love with you, she'll fall in love with you. If she has a great time in bed with you, it's with you. It's not your penis. It's not separate. It's you. No. It's the whole thing, the whole picture. You are all of this, right? Your mind, your thoughts, your words, all of that.
Just look.
It's not just. You're not just a man carrying a penis, right?
Can I just say something?
You are a penis carrying a man.
This is you are a penis carrying a man, and a man carrying a penis. And when you get with her, right? Can I just make this very clear? Because I think this is something that might help you, and any guys who are maybe a little bit inexperienced with the ladies in the sack, and they might have a little bit of nerves or whatever else about, you know, the penis doing its job, right? A
little bit of nerves, lots of nerves.
Listen, this is what always works for me, right? I'm going to drop some fucking magic right now, and it's really, really simple.
You're going to open your shorts, right?
It's really, really simple, right? And listen to this, George, and it's just a few simple words, right, that you can take on with you, and remember this, right? Focus on her, not your penis. Focus on her, not your penis.
And I'm going to say, ladies, take that advice as well. Focus on him, not anything else. Just focus. It's great. We love it. When you focus on us, my God, stop thinking about yourself. Stop being so self-conscious. Focus on him.
It's incredible.
Make him feel good. It's a very positive mutual exchange. Man, do what you can to make her feel good. Woman, do what you can to make him feel good. Very simple. We could save the whole world if we had that mindset.
Exactly.
Give and ye shall receive. Give, give, give. Make each other feel good. Make each other feel nice. Stop worrying about your penis. Have a wash. Anyway, I think that's the end of that problem. I think we've done it.
We've done it, mate. We've done it.
Pay your heating bill, get the hot water back on and jump in the bath. Come on then.
Solved. Tell you what, mate, trust me. Like I was like, that blew my mind, because there was a moment where I did have a little bit of that in my head where I was a bit like, And I never had that before, but something happened and I was a little bit nervous. And then I just focused on her, and the more I focused on her, the more everything just worked. Everything worked smoothly, and that's it. You focus on each other. You allow the intimacy of the connection that you have to drive the relationship, to drive the connection. You don't worry about certain body parts. It's not the issue. It's not the important thing. All right? Anyway, let's move on, George.
Yeah,
We've got
advice.
more problems. Well, thank you,
That
George.
is some very, very, very good advice.
Hey, you there, I've got some really exciting special news. If you're interested in all the kind of things that we talked about in that video just there, you're gonna love this. There it is, look at that. It's written by me. It's called A Cure for Loneliness, as you can see right there. And I spent about a year of my life writing it to make sure that it would be good and fun and accurate and entertaining and all those things that make something, worthwhile. And I'm extremely excited to say that people have actually responded really well, and they've been reading it all over the world. I've gotten reviews from people who say that they've read it twice. Somebody actually wrote to me recently to say that he'd read it 3 times. I was flattered if anyone had read it once, but to read it 3 times. Some excerpts of things that people have written to me about it are, it's a great and fun read, not the tedious intellectual kind. For me personally, this was a reminder that reading can be an awesome pastime. A lot of books are boring as fuck, but not this one. Thanks very much. And anyway, those are only the first responses that I got. Quite recently, somebody wrote to me from China and said that he's now in a relationship with a girl he met on a train, all he says, because he read this book, and he said that it inspired him to go over to a girl that he liked on a train, yes, a public train, and start speaking to her. And now he says they are in a relationship and it is going well. So if that kind of thing interests you, or maybe you're just interested in the kind of psychology that, we talk about on these videos, you're going to get a lot of it in depth, including my own experiences and how I kind of came to learn all of this stuff and reach this place myself. You're going to get all those stories within this. It's fantastic. Trust me, it's the best book you're ever going to read in your entire life. I wouldn't put a year of my life into writing something worthless, would I? So, jump in, have fun. You can find it on amazon.com.co.uk, any Amazon, even the Amazon jungle. It's only about $10, I think it's $8.99, something like that, with free shipping. So crack on, have some fun, and let me know what you think. Till next time, bye.